everyone, my name is Nicole and I'm a graphic designer here at Farm Design. Over the past 4 years, I've been able to develop and hone my skills to eventually be a lead designer on some really exciting projects in categories such as restaurants, food and beverage packaging, and even some lifestyle brands. I got my dream job right out of school, but it wasn't because of sheer talent. In this series, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about my journey and some tips on how you can find your dream job, nail that interview, and stand out in the workplace once you do get that job. So stick around. So today, I'm going to be talking about how to find your dream job. I remember when I was a student at APU, I had no idea what I wanted to do after school. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do branding or if I wanted to do UI UX. I wasn't sure if I wanted to work in-house at a place or if I wanted to work at a studio where there was a lot of clients, and I was pretty lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And it wasn't until my senior year of college I was given a homework assignment that completely changed my perspective on what I wanted to do with my life. So the homework assignment was meant to push you out of your comfort zone and practice reaching out to people. So it came in 2 parts. The first part was to research and compile a list of places that you would want to work someday. And the second part is to reach out to them and ask what it might take to work there. So this sounds really simple or obvious, but for me it was pretty groundbreaking. And this is because it takes a proactive approach versus a reactive approach. So what I mean by this is a reactive approach would be looking at a job posting site like Behance or LinkedIn or AIGA, and you're kind of just scrolling through, not looking for any specifics. It's almost like online dating, where you're just swiping to see what sticks out to you. But the problem with this is that you're only applying to what is available to you. Whereas a proactive approach would say, hey, I really like this studio and the work that they're producing. I have no idea if they're hiring or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and reach out and ask. What's great about this proactive approach is that it shows a potential employer that you are eager and that you can take initiative. So when I was a student, I started out by just looking at Behance. I was scrolling through and looking at projects that stood out to me and made me think, dang, I wish I had thought of that. And generally that's a good rule of thumb or metric to go by. If you look at something that makes you say, man, I wish I had thought of that, that's usually a good indicator that that's somewhere that you might want to apply. 4 years ago, when I was looking around for places to apply, I stumbled upon Farm Design's work and I fell in love with the work that they produced, and I realized that this is the kind of stuff that I would want to make someday. At first, I was pretty terrified to reach out, but at the same time, I also realized that I didn't have much to lose. So long story short, I began the process of slowly putting my foot in the door and reaching out, and eventually I landed an interview. Yes. So before you reach out to a studio, there's a few key things that you should have prepared. Number 1 would be a well-crafted email. So you really want to curate an email based on the place that you are applying. You don't want to just say that you like the work. You want to say why you like their work. And you could even mention a specific project. And this will really stand out to an employer and show that you did some homework. So the second thing that you want to do is to have your body of work readily available. The way that you can do this is attach a website link to your portfolio, or you can attach a downloadable PDF and resume. You want to make it as easy as possible for a potential employer. So something you should avoid is just sending over a dump of links, such as JPEGs or a Dropbox link. Curate a single PDF where all of your work lives. Remember that everything that you do is a demonstration of your aptitude for the job. So on a resume, if you have typos and you don't know how to typeset, a creative director is gonna see this a mile away. So the third thing that you wanna do is to follow up. If you don't get a response right away, there's nothing wrong with checking in within a week or so. Sometimes emails slip through the cracks, and sometimes it's great to follow up and show persistence. So just to recap, for those of you that are looking for your dream job, I challenge you to do a little bit of homework first. My suggestion is to research projects that make you think, man, I wish I had thought of that. Compile a list of places that you would want to work, and finally, reach out to them and see what it might take to work there. Remember, you don't have much to lose by reaching out, and the opportunities that it could create for you are huge. So in the next video, Erin and I are going to be sharing some tips on how to totally nail that interview that you're going to land. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like. For future content ideas, leave a comment below. And if you want to join our tribe, hit subscribe. And remember, life is always better when you do good work.